this video, I'll be showing you how to set up sheets in AutoCAD. So in Model Space, which is this Model tab, we have our design, which is drawn. Now we want to get this design onto our sheets. So if I go to the Layout tab, typically it's called Layout 1 by default. It will have some default paper size. So we want to set the correct paper size. If I right-click on Layout 1, I can start by renaming that tab. I'll rename it Sheet 1. Then I'll right-click on Sheet 1 again to go to the Page Setup Manager. In the Page Setup Manager, I can make a new page setup that I can apply to multiple sheets. For the name, I'll use the paper size, 24 by 36, and the name of the printer. In this case, it's going to a PDF. Now I'm in the settings for that page setup. This is the name that I gave it. The printer that I'll be going to is just DWG to PDF. The paper size that I'll be using is Arch D 24 by 36. I would like to specify the area that I'm going to print by using a window. For the window, you can click, but I like to use coordinates. So I'll be typing 0, 0 for the bottom left corner and 36, 24 for the upper right corner. If you see there is a red line on two sides of this preview, it means your paper is not centered. So I'm going to center the plot. And now red on all four sides just means that this edge of the paper is outside of the margins on all four sides, which is true. Usually you would have a margin. If you don't want to have a margin, you can choose Arch Full Bleed. So this is without a margin, size D, which is 24 by 36, and notice the red goes away. So this isn't updated yet. We'll have to finish with the settings first. I do want my paper to be at a 1-to-1 scale. I will set up this sheet at 24 by 36 and I will be printing at 24 by 36. So that's 1-to-1 in Paperspace. To translate the CAD colors to black, I'm going to use monochrome, CTB. And then I do want it to plot object line weights, object transparencies, use the plot style monochrome so that everything turns black. And if I create any objects in Paperspace, I would like them to be printed last on top of anything that I have from Model Space. Landscape is the correct orientation. I could do a preview, but there's nothing really to see right now. I'll click OK. So those settings are saved here at 24 by 36 PDF. If I want to apply those to my sheet 1, I set current. So here in parentheses, sheet 1 is now using 24 by 36 PDF. And you can see my paper has changed. The margin is gone and it's 24 by 36. Now that the paper is set up, I want to add a title block. I have a separate file that I can xref. XR enter. It's actually right here, but let me remove this one. And then I will attach DWG, choose my title block, bring it in without any scaling or changing the insertion point or rotating. So just bring it in as is. And so you should see it does pop up in that exact location. Next, I want to bring in what I have drawn in Model Space. So to show your Model Space objects, you go to the Layout tab at the top of your screen, and you can either make a rectangular viewport, polygonal viewport, or object that you select can become a viewport. You also have options in this little viewports button. To do a single viewport, you can do 2 horizontal, 2 vertical, and so on. I'm doing a single rectangle viewport. And so I will fill up this space by using endpoint snap at this upper left corner and another endpoint snap at the bottom right corner. So it does a zoom extents of what you have in model space. Now I want to zoom into a certain part of the project and scale it on this sheet. So if I double click in, the bottom of my screen says model. If I double click out, the bottom of my screen says paper. You can also use this button if you click on paper, we are now in model. If we click on model, we're now on paper. Right, so there's two workspaces here. So I want to double click into this model, zoom into the area that I want to show on this sheet. But if I look at the bottom of my screen again, there's this number. This number is your scale. So I want to pick a scale that makes this fit nicely, and then I'll label that so that someone can know the scale and do some measurements. So this is a little too big. I'm going to go with 1 to 50. So that means 1 inch on this piece of paper is equal to 50 feet in model space or 50 feet in real life. So that looks good. Once I've set the scale, I've centered it on this sheet. Next to the scale is a little lock. I want to lock that. Locking it ensures that this scale will not change, and then this model space will not move from where it's set. Okay, so I can either double click back out in the gray space, or at the bottom I can click that model button to get back to paper space. Okay, so we have set this viewport to 1 inch equals 50 feet. I can insert a block for a graphic scale. And whoa, that's pretty big. So the scale itself has a very large size. That's probably units. I'm going to click to put it down first. But if I select it, right click, properties, this block is coming in 12 times as big. So that's the difference between my drawing units and the block units. I'm going to go with 1 to make it the right size. And then I will just put it in this corner. If I zoom into that, it's currently showing that 1 inch equals 1 foot. If I select it, it's a dynamic block. I can select the triangle grip and choose the correct scale. So this should be 1 inch equals 50 feet, which that makes it perfect. And also we can also put in a north arrow. I didn't rotate model space at all, but normally you would double click into the model, making sure north is in the true north direction because we're in the world coordinate system. It happens to be up or 90 degrees. Then inserting the north arrow should point it in the correct direction. Again, it's a scaling issue. My north arrow is very tiny. This viewport is a scale of 50. I'm going to try choosing scale at the command line and typing 50. Okay, so that's off again because of the units, probably the units between my drawing and my north arrow. I'm going to put it down first, then I'll select it and I'll look at properties. So again, it is scaling by 50, but because of the units, I need to divide that by 12. So it's kind of a weird number, but it's going to be 4.16 or 17. So that's the correct size. If you're not sure what I mean by units, in model space, if I type the units command, my drawing is set to decimal and the insertion scale is set to inches. I should have set this to feet before bringing in those blocks because this drawing was drawn in feet. So anything I insert needs to recognize this drawing as feet. So if I had set this ahead of time, I wouldn't have had those scaling issues, but I fixed it. So we're all good to go on this sheet. If you want to create a second sheet, a quick, easy method would be right-clicking on your sheet 1 and using Move or Copy. When you click Move or Copy, you can check mark Create a Copy, and you can put that new sheet before sheet 1 or at the end. So I want it at the end. Now I have this brand new sheet, which is a copy of sheet 1. I'll right click to rename that sheet. This will be called sheet 2. Oops. The page setup's correct. The title block is good to go. What I need to fix is what I'm showing in the viewport. So I'll double click in the viewport. I'll unlock the viewport, pan to, so see how this north arrow is going with my drawing? That's because I created it in model space. So before we do sheet 2, let me go back to sheet 1. You do want to create your arrows in model space so they point the correct north direction. But when you're done creating it, you can select it and use the command change space to bring it into paper space. So if I type CHSPACE, enter, it is now in paper space. So now if I go over to sheet 2, it's no longer in the model, which is good. So I'm going to create a new one for, for this later. I'll double click in. I want to show this pond. I want to pick a scale that makes it fit nicely. So 1 to 30 looks really good. I'll lock it. And then in model space, world coordinate system, north is correct. I'm going to insert this north arrow. And I scaled this viewport 1 to 30, so I should do a scale of 30. That looks good. I'm going to put it there. I can then use change space to bring it to paper. CHSPACE, enter. And then I need to change this scale bar 1 to 30. And that looks really good. So because I fixed the units, now my objects are coming in correctly. I'm gonna do one last sheet. So let's do it with a little bit more steps. I showed you the quick, easy way, which was move or copy. But sometimes you have to do things manually. So in case you need to know the manual method, you could click this plus button to create a new layout tab. Once it's created, you can right click again to rename it. This will be called sheet 3. Then I'll click over to that sheet. It does give me a default paper size, a default viewport. I'll delete this viewport. I'll right click on sheet 3 and go to Page Setup Manager, selecting the one I've created and setting it current. So now all 3 sheets have the 24 by 36 PDF. I'm going to XREF the title block again. Here it is. I'll just right click and attach another copy. Same settings. Ah, I see now the units. So the units of this title block are off. I could open the title block and fix the units, but let's just use properties. I'm going to scale it up by 12. So that fits. Okay, sheet 1 is still fine, sheet 2 is still fine, sheet 3 is still fine. So this is the only one that was affected by that scale. I'm going to go to Layout tab and do a rectangular viewport. Upper left corner, lower right corner. It does a zoom extensive model space. This time, I want a zoomed in view of this parking lot. I'm going to double click in, zoom in. There's a command called align space that can help you rotate the model. You're not actually rotating a single object, you're rotating all of model space. So align space is ALIGN SPACE, enter. in model space, I trace something that I want to make horizontal. So I'll go from this endpoint to this endpoint. Then it takes me to paper space. In paper space, I can also trace something that's horizontal or draw with ortho a line that is horizontal. After that, it activates the viewport. I hit enter, and it has rotated the entire model space, including the north direction. So I'm going to zoom into this parking lot, which is what I wanted to show on this third sheet. Same steps as usual. I'm going to pick a scale that makes it fit nicely. All right, so if my focus is the parking lot, this should be good. So I chose a scale of 1 inch equals 10 feet. I will lock that. And while we're in model space, I want to insert that north arrow. This viewport was 1 inch equals 10 feet, so the scale is 10. That looks good. I'll put it right there. I want to bring that into paper space, so I'll select it, CHSPACE, enter. Now this is in paper space, and I want to insert the scale bar, but this needs to be switched to 1 inch equals 10 feet, right? So we have sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3 all set, ready to go. So when you want to print, you have options of printing from this button at the top. You have options of publishing multiple sheets. So actually, if you go to print, plot is to do a single sheet, batch plot is to do multiple sheets. And here it says publish is the command. Or at the bottom, if you do one sheet at a time, you could right click on each of the sheet names and plot one sheet at a time. So hopefully that was helpful. And now you know how to set up your sheets. CAD Masters offers online and classroom training for a variety of Autodesk software. For more information, go to www.cadmasters.com or give us a call at 925-939-1378.